What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Judith Plains Montana. This is the $10 million challenge. I hope y'all are doing well. So in the last episode we took care of the barley, took care of the canola, got really good harvests out of both of those, and now we need to take care of the wheat and probably the corn in this episode. Maybe, strong maybe on the cotton. But definitely the wheat and the corn are getting taken care of in this episode. So stay tuned for that corn silage. It's going to be great. I hope y'all are doing well. In a couple videos ago, I had a comment asking if I had turned off seasons to do the planting. I did not. So in Judith Plains, Montana, I don't know what it is, and again, I'm new to this whole seasonal calendar thing, but I don't think this is normal. But if you look, it has two planting seasons. Barley and canola have two planting seasons. And so does wheat. Wheat has two planting seasons as well. So you can plant in April, May for wheat, or September, October for wheat and barley, and then canola is April, May, or August and September. So I try to I'm keeping the seasons on, and I'm just kind of planting in the spring and harvesting in the fall. That's kind of my game plan at the moment. Mostly because it's a little bit faster. It only takes a few months versus almost a whole year. So I think it'll be a little bit faster on the planting harvesting end. So that way we're not waiting around for an entire year for our crops to be growing, especially in this early stage. Granted, the $10 million challenge is 33 episodes in, but because we switched to Judith Plains, we're having to compensate, and it's kind of an early series, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, we're trying to keep our flour mill running, we're trying to keep our oil mill running, and we're trying to keep our spinnery running. The problem with the spinnery is I can only do so much with a 20-acre field. We're just not getting the best yield out of the cotton yet, so we can't really keep that going all the entire time. I have high confidence for the canola oil and the flour. I have high confidence. But as far as the cotton goes, probably not for a little while. We may end up selling something in this episode. We'll see. But my goals here, because for some reason, I don't know why, but I get sidetracked and I lose sight of the goals. So our main goal right now, and I'll do this while we're waiting. So we have a cornfield, a barley field, a canola field, a wheat field, and a cotton field. We have an extra field over here just for whatever we're lacking on. I think our goal is going to be to buy 59, 51, 58, 48, and 53. That's our field goals, okay? I think at first we either go for the very first thing, either we go for field 53 or we go for field 51. 51 is 10 acres, 53 is 12 acres, but they're both 117 expected yield. So now our biggest fields that we're going to have is 48 and 58 when it comes time. 58 is 27 acres, 48 is 26 acres. It's looking like probably at least 2 fields of wheat, maybe 2 fields of cotton. If we end up getting Jack Daniels, we're going to need 2 big fields of corn. So corn, cotton, and wheat are going to be our biggest crops that we need a lot of. Barley, we just need it for the chickens. The chickens seem like they're not really going through all that much food, so we should be okay with just 1 field of barley. Canola, kind of hit and miss, I think. We don't really need the canola oil yet. We will, because we're going to be doing the fish farm. And I'll look at prices. I think they're actually pretty expensive. Like, you get a lot of money for them. But let me double check while I empty this harvester right quick. right, let's check it out. So trout, adult trout is 4,000 per 1,000 pieces. From where I'm doing my, what do you want to call it? My Ken Lag series, my Highland fishing series. The young trouts in this little fish breeding tent that they got going on. Where is it at? Let me find it. Oh yeah, aquaculture. Yeah, in this little fish breeding tent that they have going on, it gave me 4 pallets within the matter of a month, which is 4 pallets equals, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8,000 pieces. And you put that into the little fish lake, and then the fish lake matures those trout. The only problem is we need fish food. Well, fish food is soybeans, flour, and canola oil. So that's even more flour that we need. We need a lot of flour. I think we might scrap bread and go full on fish food. So that way we can get a lot of trout in. And then also do, well, I don't know, pizza's on the list. We need to do pizza as much as I don't want to do cows. But our production goals, so we have our field goals laid out. Okay? We have our field goals laid out. My next goal is to buy the Jack Daniel's whiskey. That's the next production goal. Guaranteed we are going to buy that. After that, though, I don't really know where we're at. Probably most likely the fish breeding. So we're going to do that. I want to do Yingling, but I don't want to do any more barley. We already do enough grain crops as it is. So we're already doing canola and wheat as it is, and barley. Already, I don't want to add more to it. This little tidbit right here is barley. I accidentally planted barley a little while ago, so we're just going to kind of get a mix here, but it'll be all right. But yeah, that's where my thoughts are. We really need to be more goal. I need to be more goal oriented. But our very first goal is going to be that Jack Daniel's and a new field. That's our main goal right now. So this next selling session, we're probably going to end up buying a field first. The next selling session, we're going to buy Jack Daniel's. That's kind of where I'm at. And we might skip a payment on our finances. We're at $620,000 for the loan. Yeah, we might end up skipping a payment so that way we can buy Jack Daniel's. So we can buy a field and Jack Daniel's in 1 year. That'd be really good because we're already making $1 million a year. We just need to times that by 10. The only way to do that is to get more fields. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this wheat harvest right quick. Shouldn't take us very long. It is 18 acres, but it shouldn't take us very long at all. I'll see y'all when we're done. Alright, we're about halfway done with the field. We still got a little bit to go. Nothing crazy, but we're making good time so far. And we either need, let's see how much money we need. This one's 274, 51 is, or 53 is 318,000. So I think we go with field 51 first. It has sunflowers in it, it looks like. I think it's sunflowers. Yeah, it's sunflowers in that one. Green beans in this one. We'll probably end up going with 51 first, 274,000. Depending on how much we make this year, either we're going to buy this field first, or we're going to buy 58 first. It just kind of depends. If we end up getting $700,000, we'll buy this. We'll buy field 58. But otherwise, we're just going to buy field 51. If we get the extra money, we could probably squeeze in 59 as well. So we'll see. We'll have to run numbers and all that good stuff. I think we're going to have enough money for 2 fields, but we'll see. Between the spinnery not running hardly at all this year because of the cotton, and canola oil plant not running, that is kind of rough for this year. So hopefully we'll get back on track with our planting schedule now, because we have a new planting schedule. That was the entire reason why this went to kind of crap, was because of our planting schedule. So, all right, I'm gonna get this done, finish this up right quick, and I will see y'all here in a second. All right, we are finishing up the last line right now. I've already taken one full tractor trailer load down to the flour mill, and we will probably have close to a full one as well, a second full one. We're about to find out. We have 2,700 in the combine at the moment. We have, I think, a little over 20,000, a little over 40,000 in the tractor trailer right now. I forget how much is in the auger wagon, but we're about to find out, so let's get this unloaded. And it looks like, yeah, about 30,000. Yeah, we'll get about 30,000 in that auger wagon. Yep, there it is. Oh, so we got a good amount. We actually ended up with a really good amount. I actually don't think this is all going to fit in the tractor trailer, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. No, it will. Yeah, it will. 20,000 per bin. This has 30 in it right now, so that works out. Sweet. We're going to get this delivered, and then we're going to start that corn harvest. Well, excuse me, corn silage harvest. Let me get that straight right now. It's not a full corn harvest. We will be doing corn soon, though. I know y'all really enjoy the corn harvests, so we will be doing those very soon. Hopefully not. Yeah, maybe next year, maybe not. I'm thinking next year, though. If we get enough silage to supplement our TMR and get a good amount of TMR, we won't need it for silage, so we'll end up doing probably 2 fields of barley and putting one of these big fields for corn. Probably end up doing that. At some point, I think we are going to get rid of the goats. They're just not, I don't think they're very profitable in the grand scheme of things. I think sheeps are a lot more profitable just because you can take the wool and turn it into fabric. And that fabric is money making, I'm telling you. So between cotton and fabric, like, that spinnery is running around the clock. Oh my, I'm okay. We will technically, in real life, just lost every single bit of grain that we had. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's get this flipped over right quick. Well, is it really a J-Bad's gaming moment if we don't flip a truck? Yeah. I think in Riverbend Springs I flipped the truck like 3 times in one episode. Pretty sure. And I think that was actually the episode where we were changing over to this map, actually. But, well, that's what I get for talking and not braking whenever I went to go turn. I mean, granted, this truck does go 99 miles an hour. Not with a full load, though. It can only do like not even 70 miles an hour with a full load, which is surprising why it flipped. I think I was probably going like 60 miles an hour, 60, 70 miles an hour. I don't even remember what I was talking about. So we're just going to deliver this right quick and I'll see you at the flour mill. All right, we're almost done unloading here. Let's see how much we got. So we ended up with, I think 151,000. Nope, 153,000. 153,000 liters of wheat. That is crazy. All right, that's perfect too, because we ended up with more canola, more wheat. We're probably going to end up with the same amount of cotton, unfortunately. We might end up with a little bit extra silage. I don't know. I predicted close to 1 million liters on the last corn silage episode, and we were nowhere near. So we were nowhere near it. I think we're probably going to get at least 500,000 though. Definitely at least 500,000 liters of corn silage, which will be fantastic. If we can afford the clover field, that would be huge, because we can take that clover and turn it into silage. So that could actually be very, very big, very huge. And at that point, if we keep the clover field, we wouldn't need to do corn silage. We could just do mowing and make that clover silage, which I am considering doing, because mowing is a lot faster than the corn silage is. I know I said I got tired of doing that, but excuse me, let me rephrase that. I know I said I got tired of doing grass because I felt like I was playing Mowing Simulator, but on the same token, it is one of those things where it's like, it's actually faster for me to do grass silage than it is for me to do corn silage. But corn silage does yield more, I think. Don't quote me on that. Do not quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure corn silage does yield a little bit more than grass silage does. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and probably press on to September. We're gonna check the farm, make sure the farm doesn't need anything. We'll get that equipment moved later. The bales are gonna come after we sell, because we need to lease or buy, probably lease, a baler and the Kubota and a bale trailer, because we are not doing auto loading this time around. We are actually going to do it ourselves, do it manually, which I'm kind of excited for. I haven't done that in a while. I did it on my personal series a little bit, but which was nice, and that's kind of where I got the idea to do it on this one. I was playing my personal series and I was like, I was doing that exact thing where I was baling and putting on the bale trailer and all that, and I was like, you know, I could do this in a $10 million challenge series, and I would enjoy seeing it. So, all right, we're gonna get everything put up. We're gonna check the farm and make sure we don't need to do anything. Surprise, surprise, the water buffalo needs food. They're running pretty low. The goats are completely out of hay, and I'm not going to transfer any more hay to them. I don't know why there's not a meadow. There should be a meadow in that pen. So I'm going to actually, I wonder if I can do this, because I've done this before and it worked. So you can actually go ahead and take the painting meadow, this right here, and I think you can go through. The last time I did it, it worked. Go through and do the whole field, and it's basically meadow. It's all meadow grass at that point. And if that is the case and it works, and I think it takes like a month for it to register, but if this actually works, then I'm full sending it. I really hope it works. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to find out though. All right, that should do it. If you're wondering how I'm doing this, the paint or terraform anywhere mod, that's basically how it is. You can, once you have the pins down, this allows you to be able to do this. All right. That should be looking pretty good. And hopefully that works. We'll see. Hopefully it works. We'll find out in September. And if it doesn't work, well, I don't know what to do then. Because the meadow, they should be able to feed on meadow all the way from spring to winter. So, all right, I'm going to feed these buffaloes right quick, and then I will see y'all probably in September. Alright, welcome to October, not September. The corn was not fully ready there in September, so I went ahead and pressed on to October. The good thing about that is we can go ahead and sell buffalo mozzarella and the goat cheese. We're not going to make very much money off of it. The second factory didn't start until late in the year. However, this is the downside, right, of buying the map dairy is we could have sold the buffalo milk at $311,000. So what I might end up do is put down a sell point for that. So let's see for that specifically, and that is it. If so, if I have to do that, I'm gonna just put the money in. I'm not gonna make us make that kind of money, if that makes sense. So I don't know if the small farmer's kiosk will let us take just the straight buffalo milk. It takes straight. Is that? I'm wondering if that's bottled buffalo milk for the small farmer's kiosk. I think that's bottled buffalo milk. Let me double check that. Let's see. Yeah, that's bottled. I can't do that. Okay, not in the small farmer's kiosk. So, let's see. Because I don't have a sell-all station. The farmer's market won't take it unless it's bottled. The kiosks won't take it unless it's bottled. Okay, so I just have to deal with it. Yep, I'm just going to have to deal with it. Because, let's see. It still has 14,000... Oh, excuse me. It still has 34,000 liters, $300,000 worth of buffalo mozzarella in that one. So we're just going to have to deal with it. But we're going to get all this dairy stuff sold right now. And it's going to go to Hobson General Store is where we're going. And then Kodak Brewery for the... Oh, let's see if we can value at all stations. Hobson General Store. How much are we losing if we go there? $2,000? Yeah, that's fine. We can just go to the Hobson General Store and sell it all. Okay. Cool. Well, let's run it. Alright, after a very sketchy drive and a flipped trailer, we are now at the Hobson General Store where we can sell all this cheese. Watch that bank account go from $12,000 straight up to $351,000. That is insane. For the little amount that we had, I didn't expect $351,000 out of that. That's crazy. That environmental score really helped us out. $37,000 out of that. Really, really good. That, ladies and gentlemen, might actually get us another field. We're going to see where our products are later on. We're going to try and hold on to this amount for now. We have $10,000 a month just in loan payments. We have production costs, water costs, all that stuff. We have a very high monthly cost that we have to pay that we don't have a choice of. So we're going to get that squared away. We got to get that loan squared away, but not yet. I don't think it's the right time to be paying that loan off just yet. We will, just not yet. Not until we get some fields. When we get some fields, at that point, we'll start paying off this that loan. But until we get fields, that's our main priority. That is the biggest priority, is getting more fields. We have to. That's the entire reason we moved to this map, because Riverbend Springs was too small. This one's too big. Okay, we got the other problem, is too big, but we don't have enough of the too big. So we just got to figure that out, and that's okay. My little meadow trick for the goats did not work, so we are going to sell those goats. They have produced what they're going to produce, and we're going to throw that into the dairy and let it run its course, and then be done with goats. We're going to put sheep in there. So however much I make from these goats right now is going to go towards sheep. So we're going to take these little tiny things right here of goat's milk. We're going to move them on over here with the eggs and goat milk. And we will end up putting that into the dairy later. I'll probably end up doing it off camera. And once that's in the dairy, I'm going to let that run dry. And then we have 2 dairies pumping buffalo mozzarella at max capacity. So there should be no excuse as to why we're not getting a lot of money from buffalo mozzarella. We're going to close this up here. Closing up shop. See you later, goats. Hope y'all have a good one in your new home, because your home is no longer with me. So, 4,000 for 86 at 5 months. 30,000 for 42 monthers. So we're gonna have to do some. I'm gonna have to do some math, and for that, I will see y'all here in just a second. All right, we made $70,305 off of those goats. And these are, I think, the Black Welsh Mountains are the new ones from the Highland Fishing expansion, I think. I don't know if they've always been there or not, but they can produce wool. So they eat grass or hay, and they do require water, breeding aid. At 8 months, sheep are able to produce what they're going to produce. I don't know, man. I think we do not 250. I think we do $70,000 worth of adults. I think we'll do that. So for $200 extra, we can go ahead and get 131. Actually, to save us $300, we're going to buy 130 adults, which is going to be a crazy amount to keep up with. I know. Don't worry. But we do need to go ahead and get these, and then we'll plant grass. What we'll end up doing, we have a cotton harvest to do, and we have silage to do. Once the silage is done, we'll get it done in this month, because we're going to start it literally right now. But once this silage harvest is done, we're going to go straight into planting grass, and we're going to have a worker take care of this cotton harvest. As much as I would love to go ahead and use that cotton harvester, trust me, I would very much love to. However, I think it's a lot easier for a AI to go ahead and take care of that right now in our current state. So we're going to go ahead and knock out this silage. I'm going to go ahead and get a worker going on that cotton, and I'll see you at the field here in a second whenever we go to start this, whenever I get everything kind of started. Oh, no, I can go ahead and have a worker start planting the grass. I'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. All right. I got the worker going on both, cultivating up the canola field and then the cotton harvester going as well. We're going to hit this cornfield. We are going to get a pretty decreased yield. Reason being, I kind of may have forgotten to weed it. My bad. Okay, my bad. It is what it is. I didn't mean to, but mistakes happen. And we're just going to move past it. But either way, we'll still get a pretty good yield out of it. I still think we're going to hit close to that 500 mark. I don't think it'll be exact. We will end up cultivating this field. We have to. Otherwise, we're going to end up with that mistake that happened the last time. We don't want that. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get this corn silage harvest done. And after that, we might end up closing out. We'll see. Most likely, though, because it's...
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
We got our headlands done. We are now on our ups and downs. We have about 200,000 liters in the fermenting bin already. So that should be fermenting already and turning into silage right now and getting sent over to the TMR production. We are going to go ahead and get that started right quick. So a straw silage, yep. We're going to go ahead and activate that, get it prepped for whenever it does receive silage. To prevent y'all from having a very long time lapse, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera. It's not very much left, but I will bring y'all back as soon as this is done in the next episode. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up. This won't take me very long, but I think it's already going to be like a 3-minute time lapse as it is. I don't want y'all to have to sit through a 7-8 minute time lapse of me doing this, so but yeah, if you went ahead and enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button for me. It really gives me some good feedback on whether I'm doing good content or not. And then also, if you would like to keep up with this series and as well as my other series going on, the Highland Fishing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You'll get notifications about every single time that I post. And with that, I hope y'all have a good one, and thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.